Hello, before we get started, let us first introduce ourselves. I'm Anwar Scott.
And I'm Katie Dyers. We are both solicitors in the employment team at the city law firm Goodman Derrick.
We ran a survey last summer to find out how businesses were actually using social media. Unsurprisingly, we found that 96% of businesses had a presence on at least one social media site, with Twitter, LinkedIn and Facebook being the most popular forums. Social media has really become embedded in the workplace, but are employers' policies and practices keeping up? To help you understand and address the employment law risks associated with social media use, we have created a series of podcasts to help employers.
And this is part 3C, which is a closer look at some of the case law related to social media, focusing in particular on offensive comments and fake sickness absence. Check out part 2 for an overview of the relevant law on what makes a dismissal fair, and parts 3A and 3B for case law related to right of privacy and freedom of expression, as well as threatening posts.
The first case we'll look at is of Anwar and LHR airports. Here we have some very colourful language made in a Facebook post, which is set out on the slide. Mr. Anwar had no privacy settings on his Facebook page. Mr. Anwar maintained throughout the internal proceedings that his account had been hacked and another employee had in fact posted the comments. There was some inconsistency in witness evidence about this during the proceedings. Mr. Anwar had an unblemished record and had provided good character references. An example of gross misconduct in the company's disciplinary policy was making comments that could be deemed inappropriate and/or offensive on social networking sites.
The tribunal felt that dismissing Mr. Anwar for making these comments could be fair, but in the circumstances of this particular case, it was not fair. This was because they found that the employer had failed to investigate the allegation that another employee had posted the comments, and that there was inconsistency in witness evidence that should have been considered further.
A point to note from this case is to carry out a reasonable and balanced inquiry. Don't simply try to make out your case for dismissal. The case of Gill and SAS Ground Services concerned an employee who was on sick leave due to a medical condition requiring minor surgery. She posted on Facebook about her involvement in London Fashion Show. She also posted a YouTube video covering this. One of her colleagues and Facebook friends printed out the entry. Gill argued that her attendance was essentially social and that she helped out for a couple of hours only. The employer also discovered that during a previous absence she had been filming in India. The employer dismissed her for crossing the line by performing work while off sick.
Now you'll probably be relieved to know that this was a fair dismissal. The tribunal took into account the demoralising effect of her actions on her colleagues who knew about this work while she was away receiving full sick pay.
By way of reminder, we've set out on the following slides a summary of factors that the tribunals are looking at in considering whether an employer has been reasonable in dismissing in social media cases. Has the employer made reasonable investigations and inquiries?
How offensive or serious were the comments that they posted?
How many posts were there and how many could and did view them?
Did it amount to a breach of policy or guidance or a contractual term?
Was there any actual evidence of reputational damage caused?
Was there any damage to the employment relationship?
What was the employee's employment record like?
And did they apologise for what they had done?
Was there any damage to the client relations?
And are there any other mitigating circumstances? Thanks for watching, but just before you go, no social media session will be complete without us sharing our social media presence with you. Please do follow us on Twitter @EmpLawHeroes and connect with us on LinkedIn. Please also get in touch should you need any employment law assistance. We would be happy to help.
And do check out our other podcasts for more information about social media in the workplace. Bye for now.